Hello, brilliant minds of buzz and brand. In this video we will talk about Victoria's Secret, the iconic brand that revolutionized lingerie and captivated millions. And how great marketer saved the company. But first, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our interesting videos. Victoria's Secret was founded in 1977 by American businessman Roy Raymond. Inspired by an uncomfortable experience while shopping for lingerie for his wife, Raymond envisioned creating a store where men would feel comfortable purchasing women's underwear. He aimed to establish a women's underwear shop targeted at men, naming the brand after the Victorian era in England to evoke refinement and respectability. Initially, Raymond's vision was to create a Victorian boudoir ambience in his stores, complete with dark wood, oriental rugs, and silk drapery. Despite his efforts to evoke propriety and respectability associated with the Victorian era, customers did not seem fully convinced of the concept during the early days of Victoria's Secret. The rise of Victoria's Secret. In 1982, Roy Raymond sold Victoria's Secret to Leslie Wexner, who transformed the brand's focus from catering to men to targeting women. Wexner aimed to bring the aesthetic of the European lingerie market to the United States by creating a more affordable version of upscale European brands like La Perla. This shift in focus towards women's preferences and aesthetics led Victoria's Secret to become the largest lingerie retailer in the United States. The brand continued to evolve over the years, introducing innovations like the Miracle Bra in 1993. In the hands of Les Wexner, Victoria's Secret blossomed, gracing malls across America. Wexner made major strategic and philosophical shifts in the company's approach, such as seeking third-party brands for Victoria's Secret to complement its own product development, reducing price promotions and couponing, generating hype around store openings, and expanding the reach of the brand into new categories and price points. Wexner's emphasis on merchandising and understanding consumer preferences enabled him to anticipate trends and offer products that resonated with customers. By recognizing the importance of commerciality in apparel design, he ensured that the company stayed ahead of competitors and met evolving consumer demands. Angels Era. The creation of the Victoria's Secret Angels campaign was inspired by a pivotal moment in 1997 when the idea of the Angel was introduced. This concept emerged after a commercial featuring supermodels like Helena Christensen, Karen Mulder, Daniela Pestova, Stephanie Seymour, and Tyra Banks aired to promote the Angels underwear collection. The tradition of having an angel wear a fantasy bra at every runway show started in 1996, adding a touch of extravagance and allure to the brand's image. The Angels campaign was a strategic move by Victoria's Secret to elevate its brand and create a symbol of beauty, confidence, and grace. By showcasing these iconic models in lavish commercials and runway shows, the brand aimed to embody the essence of sophistication and femininity. The Angels became more than just models, they became symbols of empowerment and aspiration, embodying the ideals that Victoria's Secret sought to represent. Over the years, the Angels campaign evolved, with new faces joining the roster and the brand continuously redefining its image. The Angels not only graced runways and billboards but also became cultural icons, shaping pop culture and setting new standards of beauty and glamour. Despite its eventual discontinuation in 2021 in favor of a more diverse model lineup known as the VS Collective, the legacy of the Victoria's Secret Angels remains ingrained in the history of fashion and beauty marketing. In essence, the creation of the Angels campaign was driven by a desire to embody elegance, confidence, and allure through iconic supermodels who epitomized the essence of Victoria's Secret's brand identity. The annual Victoria's Secret fashion shows, held in were the hottest tickets in the rags to riches business. Models who used to look down on lingerie work flied in from around the world at their own expense just for a chance to appear at the show. Victoria's Secret had estimated that after its spokeswomen appear in person on local television, sales at stores in that city jumped by 50%. Obstacles and controversies. But not all was perfect in paradise. The 90s brought quality challenges, met head-on by Grace Nichols' leadership. The new millennium saw fierce competition and a call for inclusivity, with brands like Aerie and Savage reshaping the market. The end of the Angels era. However, as time passed, the public's perception of the Angels campaign began to shift. Criticisms arose regarding the lack of diversity in body types and representations of beauty in the show. Calls for inclusivity and a more realistic portrayal of women's bodies started to gain momentum, challenging the traditional standards set by the Angels. Furthermore, controversies such as Karlie Kloss wearing a Native American-inspired outfit in 2012 sparked backlash and led to apologies from the company for cultural insensitivity. The changing landscape of fashion and societal values called into question the relevance of the Angels campaign in an era that emphasized diversity, empowerment, and inclusivity. Ultimately, as Victoria's Secret faced declining sales, controversies tied to its founders' associations, and changing consumer preferences, the public sentiment towards the Angels campaign shifted. The decision to discontinue the Angels in 2021 marked the end of an era that had once defined beauty standards but struggled to adapt to a more inclusive and diverse world. As the digital age dawned, Victoria's Secret adapted, trading catalogs for clicks. Email blasts, social media storytelling, and semi-annual sales became the new arsenal. The brand's visual and narrative on Instagram and YouTube, a siren call to the modern consumer. Victoria's Secret sells $420 million worth of products a year, about 15% of its total sales, such as its Garden Scents line of fruity scents, shower gels, skin lotions and colognes. Today, Victoria's Secret is reborn, embracing the VS Collective and advocating for women's cancers. New ambassadors like Priyanka Chopra and Megan Rapinoe herald a new era, one where every woman's beauty is celebrated. The journey of Victoria's Secret is a lesson in marketing evolution, a dance with society's ever-changing tune. As we close, let's remember the power of adaptability and the imperative of ethical marketing. Join us as we continue to watch the brand's transformation, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights into the world of marketing. Thanks for watching and see you soon.